Hi, and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25. Right now, we're actually currently on Kinlaig, the Scottish map. The reason for this is my first video was on Whitcomb Park. And I'm going to be completely honest, and I'm not ashamed to be honest. I really struggled with that map to do YouTube to start off with because it was my very first video. Coming back to it, I did try to record an episode 2, and it went horribly wrong. So simple reasons are I'm inexperienced at doing YouTube at the moment. I struggled with that map, and yeah, so we're gonna try something else for now. We'll try Kinlag for now. Hopefully, get some few episodes in this one, and we can always look at doing Wickham Park a bit later on. It's got nothing to do with the map. The map is brilliant. I love it. I spent a lot of time playing on that map myself personally, but just for YouTube, I just seem to struggle with it a bit. I think it's because it's got quite large fields, and with the editing and everything and trying to do time lapses for the large fields, I struggled with it a bit. So I will be completely honest, and as I say, I'm not ashamed to be honest. I'm not ashamed to admit that. But we'll start with something maybe a bit more manageable, and then progress on to those kind of maps maybe later on. So yeah. So anyway, we've started off on this map with all of the start machinery that you get. I do have a few mods in. Trying to remember those mods now. It doesn't really matter. Most of them are going to come apparent anyway. But most of them are just a few odd mods, like I've got auto attach for the implements, realistic fueling, and bits and pieces like that, really, just to add a little bit more realism. I don't think there's any real big game changer mods being added, so I'm just having a quick look around at the machinery we start with because I can't remember. So yeah, we're going to start nice and simple again. We'll start with harvesting the fields, which we've got, I think, is it 2 fields we've got ready to harvest and start? We own this field here, which is barley. Yeah, and we've got wheat over here. I think this one, is this one already cultivated? I think it might be. No data found, and this one's a grass field, isn't it? So yeah, so we've got our barley and wheat to harvest. And I think they're the only fields we start with, aren't they, on this map? So yeah. Oh, we've got a little bit of land here as well, but again, that's our field where we've got our Highland cows, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just quickly going to nip into the menu here and just change a couple of little settings that I like to change. One of them is I'll have the time scale set down to 3, so we don't go too fast through the day. Economic difficulty will probably have that up to normal. Seasonal growth, yes. Days per month, we're just going to go with 1. The one I really like to do is I like to turn off the automatic engine start and the stop-go braking. Just my own preferences there. And also, if we use any workers, I don't want them buying fuel, seeds, or fertilizer. Anything that they do use, we will be supplying to them. They won't be buying it direct. I've got field goals. Field goals are the one, the birds in. I'm just going to turn down their volume just slightly so they're not too loud. Also, use up your tyres, where your tyres do wear over time. So you need to look to replace your tyres once they get worn out. Obviously, precision farming's in there, and I've got all of the normal DLCs that are out for Farming Simulator at the moment. So yeah, just do a quick save of it. So yeah, we'll be looking to harvest the field, as I say, the fields now. So I have got manual attach on, so even though the header trailer did manually hook up there, I still have to hook the cable up. As I say, I do like a bit of realism in the game. As I say, starting out, they're probably not going to be really realistic at the moment, but it is something I'd like to aim towards in the future. And I think I mentioned this in the episode 1 of Wickham Park that I did. So yeah, we will be slowly leaning more towards realism as I get a bit more experienced with doing YouTube. Because at the moment it shows that I'm not that great at it, to be honest. So I will probably in the future be doing, you know, quite a bit of in-cab work. It's not going to all be in-cab, obviously, because not everybody wants to watch the video of just seeing outside the windows. But it's just that certain parts of it, when I do the realism, I like to do it in cab. Obviously, working in the fields, it's probably best to record from outside the vehicle, but from inside, maybe like farm work, stuff like that, driving to places will be done in cab. Field work will be like done outside. And probably also bits like this as well. Oops. Reversed into the fence. I didn't really drop that trailer in a very good place, did I, to have to hook up the combine, but never mind. Alright, we've hooked up, but we do need to manually attach the wires and everything. There we go. Don't think this one has a PTO that you need to connect, does it? I don't think so. Okay, just get you unfolded, get you ready to get started. Switch the beacons off now. Okay. Right, off we go. What we may actually do is I may actually get this started on my worker for now, just while we go and sort out our grain trailer and everything, so we can unload. We'll use the New Holland T8020. Another mod that I use is the in-cab one, where you can zoom in. I just think it looks a bit more realistic. You know, when you look around in the cab, you know, you can see right down the inside of the wheels, you know, which normally when you're like this, you can't really see. I just like it because it brings it in a bit closer, and when you do look, you get that bit of realism, you know, where you can see down the insides of the tires, which is you know, I think adds a bit more realism to it. Right, so our grain trailer, I think, was it parked around the back here? Yep, there it is. We did just come around here a moment ago, that's why I thought it was here, but okay, so we'll connect up to that. Okay, let's get out to the field. We'll probably park you up here for now. Okay. Where is the combine currently? Must be right round the bottom there, coming back round the field. So we'll jump back in, yeah. Okay, we'll take back over now. There we go. Okay, I may actually time-lapse the harvest of this field, just so that you're not watching me go round and round and round. But actually, again with this Kinlaig, it's a very nice map, but you know, I've not actually played on it much since this new map released toward the end of the Season 1 pack. I haven't really spent that much time playing this one, to be honest. So, you know, it'd be nice to actually have a bit of a playthrough on this map. As I say, yeah, I'll probably do a time lapse on the harvest of this field and that one over there. We'll probably do both these fields in this episode, and then that'll probably be it for this episode, and then in the next episode we may look at cutting some grass and stuff, and getting these fields, start to prepare them, ready for the next crop. I did speak a bit about the channel in the last video that I did on Wickham Park. Obviously I've got a 7 days to die video out at the moment as well, and I am going to be building more on that series. So this is going to be a channel where, as I say, it's not solely going to be Farming Simulator, even though Farming Simulator will be every week. As I say, there has been a bit of a gap from the first one, only because I say I just started out, and yeah, I've been sort of playing about with the audio a bit, which I think hopefully I've sorted that out a bit more now. That sounds a bit better than it did before. Yeah, and I say there's a couple of other games that we're looking at. So we've got 7 days to die. We've got one video out at the moment. I'm currently looking at maybe doing Subnautica 2. I did mention Fathom's End in the first Farming Simulator video, but at the moment I still don't know about that one yet. And some other ones, I'm not too sure. I'm looking at maybe even doing a couple of horror games as well, like maybe doing Phasmophobia at some stage as a series, some other different games, but at the moment I'm not 100% sure. We'll just see where it goes, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a bit of a mix. It's not just going to be a solely Farming Simulator channel. I do want to have a bit of a variety in there of, say, simulators, survivals, and yeah, we'll just see where it goes. But I'm not going to waffle on about that anymore now. As I say, we'll get into the time lapse now, because I've said that a couple of times that we'll do that, and we'll do that now.
Turns warm, fields are shining across the land. Harvest time has begun again. Rolling high where the steep hills rise, golden waves under open working steady and moving still. Every turn with the grain inside. Warm winds carrying through the light. Trailers loaded and moving on. Hours passing from dawn till dawn. Fields unfolding mile by mile. Every second feels worthwhile. Harvest time, let the fields roll by. Golden lines underneath the sky. Over steep hills we ride all day, chasing sunlight along the way. Harvest time, hear the engines sing. Feel the rhythm the farmland brings through the dust and the amber shine. This is our harvest time. Evening falling and shadows grow. Orange skies on the hills below. Still the engines continue on, holding strong till the daylight's gone. Every field tells a story here. Every season brings us near. Hands on wheels and heart that knows. This is where the harvest grows. Harvest time, let the fields roll by. Golden lines underneath the sky. Over steep hills we ride all day, chasing sunlight along the way. Harvest time, hear the engines sing. Feel the rhythm the farmland brings through the dust and the amber shine. This is our harvest time. Golden hills and the daylight gone, but the harvest carries on. Engines resting under twilight sky till tomorrow's harvest time.
Okay, so that's pretty much that field finished harvested now. So we'll get this one complete, and we'll get the combine across into the other field and get that one started. We can get both these fields harvested in this episode, and then next episode we so we can focus on baling these fields. I may actually only bale this field. I might not bale the second field over there. I may just chop the straw in that one and not have the swaths. Okay, so let's get you across the road. Get started on this second field here. Just quickly check, actually we can't see in there, just quickly check, make sure there's nothing coming before we cross the road. There we go, right, open up the gate. There we go, I think we can just about get this header through here, that's good. Right, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, I shall get the workers started off in here. Let them decide how they're going to start that field, and we'll go and tip the trailer, make sure we're not going to get run over. Yeah, we'll go and tip the trailer off now. And well, he's saying about wanting to use the start the engine. I forgot to start it. Right, so yeah, we'll go and tip this. And then we'll head back over to the combine, harvesting that second field, which is the field of wheat. We've just harvested the barley. And then say next episode we'll bale that field and maybe see about cutting some grass and starting to get the fields prepared for sowing again. Right. Let's head back to the field. There's quite a few swaths on that field, so hopefully we might get quite a few bales out of that. Which I needed to check. I don't think these guys have got any food or water. We may have to go and look into that to see whether or not we've started off with any food for them. I'm not sure if we have. We'll have to have a look. Okay, let's swing into here. Alright, what we'll do for a second, while the combine's currently working away in that field, we're going to scoot back off over to the farm. I want to have a look to see if I've got any bales. So we've got sheep in there as well. Can these bales be grabbed? Yeah, they can. You guys got any food? You want some food? Can I feed this to you? Maybe not. Oh, you've got a load of food already. You have already got food. That's good. So you've got food already, so you're not gonna starve. Maybe you've taken the food from these bales automatically. I'm not sure. So there's a few of you in there, aren't there? How many have we got? We've got 12 in there. Yeah, you've got food. Do you require water? I don't think you do here, do you? Don't think you do require water. No, don't think so. I know the Highlands do, because I saw their the icon for water. So, just quickly looking. Do we have a water tank? I think so. Have we or have we not? Actually, I don't think we have. I don't think we do start with a water tank. And I don't know if we've actually got any food. Just going to have a quick look down at the Highlands and see if they've already got food and water. Because if they have, then we don't need to worry about them at the moment. I know they can graze, so they can graze. They're not going to starve. But I don't know if they have any water here. It says you've got no meadow either. So have you got no food? No food at all? And you've got no water? It's not good, is it? I wonder if I can chuck them hay bales in there. Can I? I don't want you guys starving. You're beautiful things. I don't want you to starve. Right, let's go back and have a look. I can't remember if they can eat just hay. I think they can. We haven't got a flatbed trailer, have we? So what we'll probably do is look at getting one quickly. What have we got in this shed here? Got a JCB and a cultivator. Just going to have a quick look, but I don't think... It's not the one I want. I don't think we have I don't think we start with a flatbed trailer. What have we got here? No, not yet, anyway. No. Right, what we're going to do then is we're going to look at buying a trailer. Where are we? $20,000. We got anything on sale? No. Okay, right, 20,000 it is then. So we'll buy that. I mean, we need a trailer when we bale the fields anyway, because we'll need something to collect them. All right, let's jump in the JCB and we'll head down to the shop and we'll grab that trailer so we can feed the Highlands. We need water as well, don't we, for them? They haven't got any water. When we get to the shop, we'll look in and see how much it will be to buy a cheap water tank as well. So we can grab that. And then we can feed and water the cows. See if I can remember the way down to the shop. So I do believe the shop is just, I think that's it over there. Over there to the right, I think that's the shop. Combine's nearly got an 80% full tank, but we need to go and grab this first. Yeah, so we'll grab this flatbed trailer. I can't remember if I think you can feed cows hay bales, can't you? I think you can. If not, then we're going to have to buy something for them, because I don't think we've got anything for them right now. So yeah, let's hook up to the trailer. Right. Here we go. Oh, we were going to quickly head in, weren't we, to have a look to see if we could get a water trailer. So that's what we'll do. I think the combine stopped over there. Right. Have a look. How much is it for a water trailer? Are we here somewhere? Animals, where are they? There. Barrels. I think if we're going to get one, we may as well just go for this one, the one for 25,000. Yeah. Yeah, let's get one. Because we need something for water. We need to give those cows water, so we're going to have to buy one of those. I don't think we've got any means of connecting that to the back of this trailer, have we? No. Okay. Which means that we're going to have to... it means that we're going to have to come back and collect that. But we will do that at some stage. Now we'll get this trailer back, then we need to empty the combine. Because that is quite full. Right, yeah, so let's head back. I mean, this is the kind of realism that I'm planning on going for this channel, is you're having quite a bit of in-cab like this when you're driving. I'm trying to make it look as realistic as I can. And we'll see how that goes. Yeah, so we'll head back to the farm now. Little Robin Reliant, look. I'll paint that yellow and it'll look like like the one out of Only Fools and Horses. Yeah, we'll head back to the farm now and we'll load those bales that we saw around by the sheep shed. We'll load those onto this trailer. Oh, try not to take out your Mini with the trailer as we turn in there. Oh, that was very close. That was very close. I've still got my indicator going, haven't I? Yep. So yeah, quickly load these bales onto this trailer. We'll see if we can feed them to these cows, which is not going to be a lot. Those bales are not very big. It's not going to give them much food, but it'll give them something for now. I don't know why it said that the meadow there was 0. I mean, surely they should be able to feed off of the grass in the field, but we'll see. Right, let's load these bales onto here for a second. I do apologise if I'm turning the camera very, very quick. This is something I need to try and work on at some stage. I'm just going to take all these bales for now because they're going to need a few. The sheep seem to be alright. They seem to have quite a bit of food in there at the moment. That's not on there very well, is it? That's going to fall off. Push you on. Here's the last one. Just whack you on the top there. There we go. Right, now, it seems that I've done it with the straps. The straps won't go over the bales, so I'll do this one up. I don't think that will hold anything, but we'll do it up. We'll just have to take it easy because otherwise I think those straps there are going to fly off. So let's do a spinny and then we'll head back. That's where I find out all my bales that just flew off. No, they haven't. See if we can feed these guys. Now, can you take these? Can I throw them straight in here for you? Yes, yes, it's going in. That's good. So we'll feed you all these bales for now because you're gonna need some grub, ain't you? Yep. There we go. You're welcome. Right. What we'll do is we'll just run down the end here, leave this tractor here for a second while we nip across the road to the New Holland and go and empty the combine. Because they're patiently waiting down the bottom there for me to come and empty them. So yeah, let's go and get that done. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm not underneath your pipe, am I? Nope, we need to get a bit closer. There we go. Right, yeah, so we'll dip him out. Yep. Thanks for waiting there. Right. Well, at least the cows have got some food now. We will need to sort the water out for them. I say we'll have to nip over to the shop over there and get them grab the water trailer, and then we can give them some water. There we go. You're done, aren't you? You're going to go on your merry way. Okay. Right, well, we'll leave this here for now. Actually, you know what? I think we're going to leave this episode here now. We'll continue harvesting the field in the next episode. We'll also go over and grab the water trailer from the shop over there. Yeah, and we'll continue on from there. Anyway, thank you very much for watching the episode, and I'm hoping that things will get better as we go along. I will improve again more. Yeah, so thank you very much, and see you all in the next episode. Well, thank you. Take care. Bye bye.